fan off there. Okay, hi guys. We're live here in Wetaskiwin at the Reynolds Museum. I've just got a new internet provider, so we're just checking out the connection. Looks like it's unstable. Internet connection is unstable. So we changed our internet provider, and we're just doing a test here to see if it works at all. So we're just going to go for a drive here at Wetaskiwin. This is one place that I want to come back to and maybe do a couple of feature videos, because they've got some fantastic aviation. I can hear you. They got a lot of fantastic aviation related historical artifacts, planes. Just amazing. They've got the Aviation Hall of Fame here, so Alberta Aviation Hall of Fame. It might even be Canada's. Is it Canadian? I think it might be actually the Canadian Aviation Hall of Fame, and a hangar down here with all sorts of different historical artifacts. And here's a plane sitting out here. They've got a few down here. We're going to go for a bit of a drive on the grounds here. But not only do they have the Aviation Hall of Fame, they've got a really great museum here with all kinds of collection of all sorts of things. Everything with engines and steam engines, kerosene engines, you name it. They've got it here at Reynolds Museum in Wetaskiwin. Great story behind this museum as well. So we'll probably be getting into that in a few feature videos in the future. They've also got agricultural artifacts here. They do weekends when we're not in a COVID year. They do weekends. I think there's twice a year where they do like the planting and the harvesting, and they use all the old machinery from days gone by. So it's a really fantastic place. We come up here quite often, and we haven't been able to go. It looks like they're open, but we haven't been inside yet. We don't know what they've got inside. They usually have featured themes as well. They'll have just like every museum will have a featured display of certain theme or a certain. We came here once and they had what was that one, Ryan? They had cars, some particular cars from some era, and they were all showcased. So they have an area where they showcase a certain theme, automotive history. And they do have an area out here in the field. We'll get around. Maybe we can take a peek over there when we're driving around. But they have an area where they've got mining equipment as well. There's a big drag line that was used, I believe, up in Fort McMurray area. So they have a huge drag line. You can basically drive a car into the bucket. So that's an old system there. Up there in Fort McMurray, they've gone to more in the SAG development. So they do the steam-assisted recovery and not so much open pit anymore, which is a lot better for the environment, et cetera, et cetera. So some of this equipment is, it's obsolete now, but it's sure amazing what anyone that's been in mining or knows about mining, the scale of the equipment that they use in that sort of a business. So they got some of that equipment over here you can walk up to and actually crawl on. So
Viper 6, say hello to Viper.
Hey Viper,
6.
how you doing there? Yeah, I think this is our phone provider, so we're just testing this out with a short live stream here from Wetaskiwin. So we're not sure if we've had some trouble with our other one, so we wanted to switch providers, and we're not sure if it's going to work out for us, this live stream anymore. So we're just testing out the system here. So thanks, appreciate your input here. Yeah, that's no good. We'll have to review the tape here once we get going. We're just going to be here maybe for 15-20 minutes. Alrighty, so let's go for a drive here. We're going to just go down here to the Aviation Hall of Fame. We'll just take a short drive around, and then we'll do a little brief commentary and see what we can do from here, because I really would like to come back and do a live stream when they do have an event here. So interesting. They've got weekends where they have all the automobiles on display, and they have a car show and a car parade where people can camp here, I think, for the weekend and bring their old hot rods or their old restored or even just preserved automobiles. And they have a little track here, and they go around there and they say where they're from and what kind of a vehicle they got and all that sort of stuff. So it's a lot of fun here at this museum. If you've never been here, this is a great place to come if you like anything about automobiles or machinery or airplanes for that matter. It's a great museum. So there's some old mining equipment there. I don't know if you can see that on the tape there, but there's a small little bucket, drag line bucket thing. I guess that one's more of a bucket loader type of thing. But
Viper said look like
pretty
a cool spot for those events.
yeah, this is fantastic. We were up here for the car show weekend once a few years ago, and there's the track here. There's this little tower here where the bleachers are. They've got a track going around, and they paraded all the vehicles that came and participated in that weekend. So that was really cool. And they've got a lot of the restored vehicles on display that are part of the collection here at Reynolds Museum. And some of those, you know, they're just amazing. They've been either restored or they've been preserved, and they fire them all up. Some of them it takes a couple of engineers to get them up and running, you know. Some that are, I don't know if they run on kerosene or what, but man, there's a lot of priming and just a whole lot of work to get them fired up. So, but it's fun to watch them all. And Ryan and my son and I, we took the biplane ride here. There's a Waco biplane that's second World War era. There's a snowbird right there. They've got on permanent display there. So,
Did you see what Viper said?
no, what do you say?
I keep trying to learn to fly my new Mavic Mini, but every time I take it out, it gets stupid with
Oh
it.
yeah, you got to really watch that. It's a kind of a fair weather drone for sure. I've had some trouble with mine too.
Ooh, guys.
But I was out yesterday. I had a really amazing flight in, and I had wind warning the whole time, but I was able to keep it in the air and get some really good footage. And then I came home and I forgot to press the button, so it didn't record a darn thing. I was so mad because it was such perfect weather for this flight. It was across the Battle River and the creeks that run into the Battle River, and we just had so much rain that day, and it was so foggy. It just looked like it was on another planet, eh? So I thought I had some really great footage in the can, and then I get home and it was not there, so I was really quite upset. But yeah, we got a couple more aircraft, some jets that are on permanent display here at the Reynolds Wetaskiwin Museum. So I don't know much of the history of it, but they've got this Aviation Hall of Fame here. You can come and walk around here. You don't pay any money if you're outside. You go inside and you pay money. You can go into the building and look at all the aviation.
And you can fly paper clips.
Exhibits there. Yeah, they've got all sorts of things in there. They've got a lot of activities for kids inside. You can learn how aerodynamics works by taking a paper cup, and you can cut it and fold it and bend it and trying to make it fly. And they've got a wind tunnel there. You can fly your own design. So trying to teach kids about aerodynamics, how certain shapes affect the way an object flies, right? So that's really quite informative as well. So it's really a great place to come. But the Waco biplane usually runs right out the back here. If you go into the aviation exhibit room here, you can meet the pilot on a good day when they're flying. And you can sign up, pay your fee, and then they'll take you out here to the Waco. And it's just parked right there. This hangar connects up to the Wetaskiwin airstrip, so you just take off and you take a nice little short or long trip.
Viper said I was in Nanton 2 years ago, and they fired up the Lancaster bomber.
Oh man, wouldn't that be awesome?
That you forgot to hit record for the yesterday
Yeah.
you mentioned.
Yeah, no kidding. But I gotta wait for another. We gotta have the perfect conditions. Sometimes you get a perfect conditions for a shot you'll never get a repeat on, and I'm just hoping that we get a good rain. We had a real rainstorm, thunderstorm there yesterday, and then it blew over and cleared up, and just enough moisture hanging low that it was just like literally being in a different planet with the fog that was hanging in the valley. And I thought I had the perfect shot, but missed it.
You want to say hello to Tit Dan?
Hello.
Titan and
Where's Titan from?
Angelina. Titan, he live in Korat. He's a
Ah.
teacher in Korat.
Sawadee krap.
Titan.
Tamarai kap.
And
Thanks
Angelina
for
is
coming.
our friend from Italy.
Hello, Angelina. Nice to see you.
Viper said certain chap work better at creating glyph.
Certain shop.
Certain shapes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's fantastic. Ryan and I went in here. They've got a kind of a body of a helicopter too. It's not a full chopper. It's just kind of the cockpit, and they got it all wired up so kids can walk up into it and play with all the levers and gears and see how the rotors turn and how you can get pitch on the rotors, and kind of explain everything to kids about aviation. So if people are interested in aviation, they can really get a good taste of it here, and it can feed your interest, and you can get a lifelong fascination with aviation and maybe make it a career, right? Because it's a fascinating history here in Canada, as it is everywhere in the world. But we've got a lot to be proud of for aviation here in Alberta and Canada.
Titan said, today I wake up early 5 a.m. I will go to meeting at Surin.
Oh wow! How far is that from where you live?
Korat and Surin.
That's
4
quite a few hours, eh?
No,
Yeah.
4 hours.
Well, that's pretty crazy roads, even
Yeah.
on there. Any place in Thailand, it seems like
Yeah.
it's. Watch out for those bus drivers, though. I guess there's maybe not too many tourist bus drivers around, but yeah, there's the aviation exhibit sign there. So
Angelina
looks
said,
like this building's closed today.
Angelina
Not sure.
says, nice to see you today.
Yes, nice to see you too. Grazie, grazie. Is that what they say in Italy for thank you? Grazie. Yeah, and they've got a big lineup of other old machinery down there. We can't go on that road. It says authorized vehicles only, but
พิพิธภัณฑ์
on a good day you could get a ride in an antique vehicle. They have old cars that
Viper said,
they'll take you for a tour around this road. You can hop out, take a look at some of the outdoor exhibits, and then wait for the car to come around, and it'll pick you up again and take you back to the museum or to the Aviation Hall of Fame. So it's a really great site to come and visit.
Viper said, I get really tricked up at a certain government leader whenever I think of the arrow.
Viper, you're not going to believe this story. There's a guy that I met out here not too far east of Lacombe. And this guy, I remember when I was a kid, they used to have weekends at his place because his dad had all sorts of automotive, steam engine related, anything. He'd go to auctions and buy all this stuff up when it was become obsolete. But they had basically like a Reynolds museum at their farm. They had a working locomotive that ran around the farmyard taking kids for rides, and I went out there and when I was older, not that many years ago, and he was still there. I think he's not there anymore, but he showed me an engine that he had. Grazie, yeah.
That's what Viper said.
Let me finish this story here.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you're Italian too, Viper? Oh, there you go. I guess you should know. I got to tell you this story though, because the Avro Aero, my dad was the same idea as you, that it was a shame that they sold that out. That was world class, cutting edge technology that Canada just basically they just buried it because of some sort of political pressure. But anyway, this guy east of Lacombe showed me he's got a great big steam engine in his Quonset, huge steam engine, and a whole bunch of other gadgets. But he showed me this engine, Viper, that he told me it was off of Avro Aero. And this guy was kind of getting up in age, and he was paranoid about having this engine. And he said that people have been trying to buy that engine off him for years, because they destroyed it all, right? They destroyed the plans, they destroyed every piece. But here's this guy, and he claims he had this Avro engine in his Quonset. And I tell you, I don't know anything about Avro arrows, but I know that it was a jet engine, and just the whole story was very fascinating. I've never ever been able to confirm it, but pretty amazing.
The Irish engine.
I don't know Viper exactly. I just know that the guy, you know, after a while, I think he became dementia patient or something like that. So I don't even know what's happened to his collection out there, but just an amazing story. And like I just went out to his place one day because I remember going there as a kid and introduced myself and told him that my family lived out there and that they knew of their family, and I'd really love to, you know, have a chat with him. So he showed me around that day. This was, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago now, but I saw this engine, pulled the tarp off it, and there's this jet engine sitting in his Quonset. And he told me this story that people have been trying to get this thing off him, and if, you know, he wasn't careful, the government was going to come and try and take it away from him, right? Because it's kind of top secret stuff. It's probably, you know, okay now. At the time, maybe it was top secret and everything else, but man, if he had that, if that truly was an Avro engine, you know, you're sitting on a gold mine there. But unfortunately, I did meet him later, and he had kind of got full-blown dementia, so it's unfortunate that I don't know how the story ended, but pretty fascinating for me anyway to maybe have seen the last remnant of an Avro flyer that day. So I was pretty excited, and I still, like I said, when I think about that, I just marvel at, you know, maybe the opportunity that I had and did experience, but I don't have any way of confirming it.
Dad, I have asked Viper if he can contact you with the messenger, Don Molisha.
Oh, okay.
I sent him that, so
Okay,
can
sure.
you ask him that?
Yeah, my wife, she just gave you my what is it called?
Facebook.
Messenger Facebook handle there, Viper. If you could message me sometime on there, I'd like to get a chance to talk to you more privately rather than on a public forum, and we can talk about some more things, all things.
We don't have Instagram, we only have Messenger.
Oh, okay.
Facebook.
We'll have to figure out something, Viper. I sure would like to talk to you off the public airways anyway, and pick your brain about a few things. But yeah, anyway, that was just an amazing experience that I had.
Wow. You
with
want to
that
see
guy.
Ryan?
And I won't
picture?
mention his name. They're a family that live close out by
Look,
Mom,
Clive area.
you see that?
not good.
That's Ryan draw his dad picture.
Ryan's busy drawing some cartoons
It's
of
great.
me. It looks pretty awesome. A caricature. So back out here, there's a big drag line there, and I'm not sure how you tell the name of that thing. I think it's Bucharest or Bucharest, something like that. It's a pretty famous manufacturer of mining equipment, but that's a drag line. You can go out and you can actually walk right into the bucket out here, and they got a lot of great things for kids. Like I said, there's a little park you see right in front of us. They've got a sandbox there and some diggers. Kids can sit on these little backhoes and dig sand and whatnot. So a pretty fantastic place. But I don't know, it doesn't look super busy here today. I don't know what's happening. I think they're open. But inside, yeah, it's pretty amazing too. All sorts of, they've got a video explaining different things. They've got a display usually there about Ford Motor Company and how they basically perfected the assembly line. So they take you through and they show you a video about that, and then they've got all sorts of Ford vehicles, as well as every other manufacturer. They tell all sorts of stories about all the manufacturers that have come and gone. Some of the great Canadian manufacturers too. That goes on the same vein as the aircraft. You had a lot of great early companies in Canada that were building automobiles that were, rivaling anything in the U.S. And then eventually they were either bought out by the U.S. or joined forces or whatever happened, right? So you lost a lot of really great manufacturers in Canada over the years to U.S. interests. But yeah, I don't know. That's about all I can show you here right now today. I really like to get back up here, and like I said, either if this live stream works, great. We'll come up here on a weekend when they've got all their equipment out here, and we can do a live stream and show everybody the way they used to do things in the past with some of this great machinery, great artifacts that they keep, in
Right.
top shape
You're
up here.
amazing.
So this is the field. Basically, they usually have all their machinery lined up in the field that you see before us,
What?
and they'll be thrashing wheat or getting these old machines running, and they'll give you a ride in some of these old machines. Some of them, like, they run on kerosene, and it's just one cylinder, one huge cylinder, and it's just a bang, 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 bang. You get on that thing, and they'll take you for a tour around this field right here. So pretty amazing place.
Yeah,
I just
my
love
wife
it here.
say we have to go grocery shopping. Catch you later.
Okay, Viper, thanks for the chat. And appreciate the comments. We're going to see if this is going to work for us. Thanks a lot, my friend. We'll catch you later. Tukis Tourdan. Hi, Tukis Tourdan.
No, that's a Tit Dan. He's a teacher at
Oh.
university.
Look like Tukis. Tuktis Tourdan. Am I saying it right?
Ooh, battery.
You better plug that in. Well, I think that just about concludes
He said
our live
really
stream
last
test here
message.
today. Yeah, it's a really big place. I don't know what they've got here. If they've got a half section of land, they've got quite a bit of land here, and it's pretty amazing place to come and see. Well, we'll come back on a day when they've got a weekend thing going on and try and do a live stream again. We're going to see what this. Someone wants to go shopping. Nom wants to go shopping. Is that you or is that his
No.
wife? Danny. Hey, Danny. Nice to see you, man.
No wanna go shopping ไม่ใช่พี่แดน เพื่อนเขาจะพาเมียบอกจะไปช้อปปิ้ง
Norm always wants to go shopping.
เดี๋ยวจะไปวอลมาร์ทเนี่ย we should go to Walmart.
Here, we'll close this off. I wonder if I can just pull all over here for a minute. And we'll show the sign of the place. We'll do a sign off. And like I said, hopefully we can come back another day and we'll really bring you to the Alberta Reynolds Museum, because it is a pretty fascinating place for anyone that likes all things engines. All right, Danny, I'm just going to show you here. So there's a big steam engine there they used to use for agricultural purpose. And over here, and sorry about the fast panning here, there's the big sign there for the Reynolds Alberta Museum. So we'll be back, Reynolds, and we hope that you guys will all follow us when we do. And we'd like to share with you what Alberta's got here for some pretty world-class museums here, as far as I'm concerned. It's maybe not the Louvre or anything like that, but if you're interested in early history in Alberta and how machinery and transportation affected the early province, then this is the place to come, get an education. All right, with that said, we're going to sign off here. Thanks for coming, and appreciate you coming and stopping by and spending some time with us here today. Sawasdee krap, khap kun krap. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day or evening wherever you are. Okay, bye-bye.